and Chit Chat with Lucia and Anita. I hope you guys are excited today. We're going to do Bakelite testing. I want to say first hi to Lucia, my co-host, and thank her for being here. Hi.
Hi,
You.
thank you for having me.
Always, of course, pleasure. And
Thank you.
we have a few people in the chat that I'm just going to go back and say hello to. We have Doug. Thank you for being here, Doug. Pina, thank you for being here. Ginger, Gail, Nadine, Dory, thank you all for being here. What we're going to do today is we're going to do Bakelite testing, and then we're going to talk a little bit about Lucite as well. And Lucia, go. You want to say hi or say hi to people?
Hi. Yes, hi. Thank you so much guys for coming. Like Anita said, today we're going to talk about Bakelite and a little bit about Lucite too. Not too much about Lucite because, yeah, Bakelite is more
fun
demand right now and more expensive than Lucite. So, yeah, and more popular. So,
yeah. Okay, first I want to read, I have a printout of what Bakelite is, and I'm going to pronounce everything wrong probably, but bear with me. So I'm going to read a little bit about what Bakelite is. Okay, so Bakelite, it's a thermosetting phenol. Now this word is kind of hard, and it actually smells like it sounds. Formaldehyde resin formed from condensation reaction of phenol with formaldehyde. It was developed by the Belgian-American chemist Leo Baekeland in Yonkers, New York in 1907. Bakelite was patented on December 7, 1909. The creation of the synthetic plastic was revolutionary for its electrical non-conductivity and heat-resistant properties in electrical insulators, radio and telephone casings, and such diverse products as kitchenware, jewelry, pipe stems, children's toys, and firearms. In recent years, the retro appeal of old Bakelite products has made them collectible. Okay. I do see, so that's what Bakelite is, and I do see a few more people in the chat. We have Anna Mora. I think we said hi to Nadine. Deb, Vanessa. We have Craig Lanchard Picker. Go Granny Go. Cools. And thank you very much for being here.
Yes, thank you. Hi, everybody. Hi, Vanessa. Thank you so much, Vanessa. Yeah.
Okay, Lucia, do you want to tell us like how one can test, how one can know the difference between Bakelite and Lucite?
Sure. From my experience, okay, so we are talking about kind of our experience.
Yes.
What other people are saying. We're talking about what we do. First, I always look at like a piece of plastic, if it's Bakelite or not. I look at how heavy it is and how it's made, because Bakelite, from what I read and I know, it is cast, so you won't see any kind of seams or any kind of flaws or anything in the manufacturing process. So that's the first thing that I look. And then, for instance, and if I'm in a store or in a garage sale and I don't have my polishing paste with me, what I do, I grab it and I kind of rub it into my hand for a few seconds. So I feel that it's hot. And then I sniff it, I smell it. And you guys, you will definitely know it's Bakelite, because Bakelite smells
chemically.
Chemical formaldehyde, kind of a, I don't know if I'm saying it right, but yeah. So definitely that's the first thing that you can do when you're out and you cannot test a Bakelite piece. So at home, what I do, I use two types of tests. First, Anita, I know you use the same thing, so I'm using this one, the Unichrome.
Yeah, this is the one.
Okay. Yes, and I also use the hot water test. And yeah, that's what I do. What do you do, Anita?
Me as well. The first thing I look for is seams, to see if there's any seams on on the piece, and the color, and like you said, I rub it to see if it smells. And that chemical formaldehyde, it does have a chemically weird smell. It doesn't smell like that, burned rubber smell. You could tell that it's a different chemical. If you rub hard enough, you will smell it. And depends on how much the piece is, that where it is. I will take a chance on it because Bakelite, especially if it's a carved piece, I will pay a higher, and take a chance on it because they do go for very high prices, the carved pieces. And me as well, I use the semichrome polish. And this I don't use just for Bakelite testing. I also use for jewelry polishing as well.
Yes.
Yeah. And also I think the colors too. Some of them you can just like this one here. It kind of looks like a tiger's eye. When you look at it. When I saw this, I already knew that this is going to be Bakelite just by the color. Some of them you can really tell. There's some green ones that look kind of like marbly green color, where you know that you could tell that one is Bakelite just by looking at it. But if you don't know the colors, again, just do the rubbing test, the hot water test, and then the semichrome polish. If you're at a yard sale, you can't do all of that, but you can do, the rubbing test and try it, heat it up, and smell it a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also the weight, Bakelite is heavier than a regular plastic or acrylic or something. So when you grab a bangle and you kind of feel that it's it's heavier than the other ones, similar to that bangle, then it's definitely worth picking.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
And we have a few more people here. We have Olga Rivera. Thank you for being here. We have Harlan from Harlan's Reselling. Hi, Harlan. And okay, so we're gonna go ahead and see if we can do the testing. Okay. Do you want to first, Lucia? Do you want to test something?
Yeah, I can do that. So I have this necklace that I'm gonna. So this one on my neck is also Bakelite, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna show you on this one. Okay. So this one is kind of like a butterscotch, amberish kind of a color. So yeah. So what we need,
what do we need for testing?
The semichrome polish. We need a Q-tip. And
or a cotton tip. You can use a cotton ball or
a cotton ball, or a little bit of a tissue paper. That's also okay. So we are gonna dip this one into the semichrome polish. So as you guys can see, it's white right now. And if it's Bakelite, then it will turn a little bit of yellowish, just a little bit. It won't take the color, but it will definitely take the patina. That's what it's called. Because Bakelite changes the colors in time. So, okay, so here it is. Where am I? Okay, so we're just gonna.
I'm gonna put you on.
Yeah.
There we go.
The light is kind of bothering me.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys. So we're gonna just do.
Yeah, I would put like a dot, not too little and not too much, just enough so you can get rub off.
Okay, so you guys. Do you guys see? I'm not sure if you guys are able to see the.
We see it right there. There we go. Yes, we do see it.
That's what you are looking for.
Yes.
And I will show you as a comparison with a different bangle. And this one is not Bakelite, but if you rub the same, see this is clean, okay? And if you add a little bit of the semichrome, the polish, this is how it looks. It kind of looks a little bit pinkish, very light pink, the color. And we're gonna rub this one here. Let me see, where is this? Okay, here. Okay, so we're gonna rub, and this one, it's gonna take the color, the dye from the bangle. Okay.
It's gonna bleed it out.
Yeah. See.
Okay, there we go. It's red.
It's red, kind of a brownish. So this is definitely not Bakelite.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's kind of What you need to look at the color, whatever you're testing, and then use your judgment, because a Bakelite will be just a slight kind of an amberish, yellowish patina. Even on white Bakelite, you will have the same, the same thing. Yeah.
Yes. So when you have a piece, like let's say a blue color bangle, and you think it might be Bakelite, and you do the simichrome polish and you get blue on your Q-tip, that's not Bakelite. That's just the color bleeding into the Q-tip.
Yes.
It's taking up the dye. Bakelite only comes off as a yellow color, no matter what color the piece is. I know people, I know some people do that mistake where when the color comes off, they think that it might be Bakelite, but Bakelite is only yellow color.
Yes.
Okay. So
with the simichrome polish,
yeah, and the simichrome is kind of like a pink color, and when you do rub it, and on some pieces you can still see the pink a little bit. That's a positive reading. The positive reading is when it's yellow.
Yes.
Okay, so let me do one piece too then. Okay, I'm gonna do a brooch. This one here. It's a vintage brooch.
I love that brooch.
Yeah, it's kind of like a tortoise shell, amberish looking color. So I'm gonna do this one, and basically all you need is, again, Q-tips, the semichrome polish, and since I have kids, I always have Huggies. So I have the wipes. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Okay. So here we go. And if you have one of these, the lid in the inside of the lid will turn a silvery color. Yeah, you just need to wipe it off. And every time you close it and you reopen it, it will be silver again. So I just put like a little bit over here. I think I put a little too much, but let's see. Okay. I don't know if you can see it. There it is. It's a little bit lighter, but it is a yellow color. And I'm trying to see if I can make it a little bit darker, but I think it's from the screen. But it is. There it is. Yellow color. And this is the color. Sometimes it's a little bit lighter. Sometimes it's a little bit darker. But this is the color. It is depending. The more the darker it'll get, but don't put more. Too much here. Okay. And then we have this piece here. I love this one. Because it matches with tiger's eye jewelry. And since I'm doing this, I might as well ask Lucia. Lucia, do you sell any Bakelite pieces, or are you planning on putting them in?
I will show you my collection. I do not sell them right now. I'm just I'm keeping them for now.
Okay. So.
I love them. I love the colors, and I love the fact that they are so old, and I can definitely see that.
Okay, see. And now I'm just gonna, wipe it up, because you don't want to leave it on there, because it might damage the piece. And just to keep it clean, go ahead and wipe it off. I'm just gonna wipe this one off too, and I'm just gonna show some pieces that we have.
Okay, so can I show this one, because this one is green? Okay, and then we can show them the same the testing, so they can see the color on the Bakelite. Okay.
Yes.
So let me do this.
Let me see if there's any questions here.
Yeah. Just grabbing a little bit of the Bakelite.
He's asking, does it leave a mark on the you test
That's what I'm doing right now here. In the green one.
No, Ari, it doesn't leave a mark on the jewelry where you test it.
Okay, so this one, you guys, this one is green. Okay, you see the green color, and then the Bakelite. Do you see it?
Yeah. Very lightly, because your camera's bright.
It's right. Yeah, this is you need that brownish color.
Yeah.
Not green.
So
not greenish, like when you have if they are not clean, when you polish them, they will come a little bit grayish. So you don't want that grayish thing, because that's just kind of dirt. It's not the or dust. It's not the deep patina.
And that piece you're wearing, is that Bakelite as well?
This one, oh yeah, this one, yes. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so is there any other pieces that you want to show us?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I have this one, and then I have this necklace that I found in a jar.
Mhm.
Oh, I have so this one also, right? The bangle.
Mhm.
Um, these are also in a set. I got them from a garage sale.
Uh-huh.
Mm,
Nice.
okay,
I love the color on those. Wow.
those, yeah, those two. And I have a red one. Um, and I know that red is a little bit more kind of desirable. This one.
That is very pretty. Hmm.
Okay. Oh, I'll show you this one. You know what, you guys, the necklaces are pretty heavy,
Yeah.
kind of uncomfortable to wear. I don't know if it's me or I don't know. So this one, you guys, okay. So
That
this,
that one, I love that one.
yeah, it's
Kind of like
a
a
bit,
dangly.
yeah, dangly and it's heavy. And another one that I wanted to show is one that is at one point it was white and now it is kind of an ivory color because like we told you before, Bakelite is changing color over time. So this one at one point was white, and
Mhm.
now, as you guys can see, it's kind of an
Yeah,
ivory
like a little bit.
color.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah. Uh, and some earrings. So this one's, what am I here?
Hmm.
And oh, I have this one. These are also with yellowish kind of a color.
Oh, those are
And
cute.
I have a ring.
That's interesting. I like that one.
Yeah. So yeah.
Perfect. We have a question. So how can you tell what's lucite?
Oh, how can you tell?
Mhm.
So you want to answer or should I
Yeah,
answer?
I can. Lucite is lighter in weight, and then usually if it's like it's a lucite piece, most of them will have a seam on them. You'll
Mhm,
see a seam. You'll see an area where where it's connected,
mhm.
and of course, if you smell it, you won't smell that
Yes.
formaldehyde smell.
Yeah.
Pieces, if they're not Bakelite, they are going to be either lucite or acrylic or
Mhm.
any other form, some other form of plastic.
Yes.
So, do you have any more pieces or?
I think I'm good with the Bakelite.
Okay. Okay, we have John Jones here saying, fun fact, Bakelite never stopped being manufactured. It's just
Mhm.
not used much in jewelry anymore, mainly used in industrial items. Yes, thank you, John. Let's see here. Oh, okay. So I don't have very many pieces because I've sold a lot of them. Uh,
Uh-huh.
and I have just a few of them. I have this one here. I have the brooch that I have, and then I have this one here that's a cuff and kind of
Oh,
like
I love that
stretchy.
one.
Yeah, this is really pretty.
I
And
love that.
and I think the only reason I kept the earrings is because they match the other one here. So I have these earrings here. I might
Mhm.
actually keep this one with this one, and then put up these ones here because these ones don't really match. And then we have these. I know there's a lot of these, and there's jewelry, the Mahjong beads that are Bakelite as well, and
Mhm.
the other pieces. Okay, so I forgot these. Okay, so these over here are prayer beads, and I have one, and then I have the square ones and the circle ones.
Wow.
I have the white ones and these beads, and I have sold these. These are the two that I have left that I'm keeping for myself. And I had the cherry color in the round beads that I did sell for 400, and I sold two of these. I think that were square as well for 350. So they do sell from 300 all the way up to 3,000, depending on the color and what people are looking for.
Mhm.
That time I
Yes.
was in a rush to sell them. I When I found out how much they were going for, I did sell them for lower prices, which is the reason why I kept hung on to these two, and I'm not going to sell these two. But I did sell them for on the lower price range, but they do go for very high prices. If you do come
Yeah.
across Bakelite prayer beads, pick them up, especially if they have like these kinds of coins on them at the end. That's how you'll know that they are Bakelite.
Mhm.
Okay, so let me see. Oh, and I have the bracelet. As well. So we have.
Now I'm keep testing them.
Yeah, we have a few more people in here. I'm going to say hi to John Jones,
Yes.
Ginger, and then we have Sandra. Thank you for coming in. And Lori, uh, Anita. Okay, and let me see if there's any questions. I think this one's a question here. Just trying to
Mhm.
see what's the top. Oh, Bakelite and Lucite, Sandra.
Yes.
Uh,
Yes. About Bakelite.
okay, yes, they do have the Mahjong ones, Lori.
Mhm.
Uh,
Yes.
I have one Mahjong bead bracelet, and I did give one to a friend of mine.
Hmm.
Let's see here.
Yeah. How did you find the prayer beads? Ori is asking you.
Oh, okay. The prayer beads, my dad actually picked them up at an estate sale where he bought a big box of all prayer beads. And then there were also the enamel cloisonne ones in there as well that I did sell a lot of those. And then the prayer beads, he bought the whole box. I think it was for $45 that he purchased them.
Mhm. Oh, Anita is saying that I probably have one of the biggest collection out there, out here with
Yeah.
Bakelite. Yeah. What do you like, Anita? You like the uh, necklaces or bangles?
I like the bangles and the cuffs. I like the ones that are carved. And right now I'm going to show you how much Bakelite is going for. What I'm going to do is do a screen share and show you guys how much Bakelite is going for on eBay. Let me do that.
Yeah.
Screen share, share screen. Here we go.
Hmm. Yeah, we have some lucite pieces to show. I'm not sure what happened. Am I still live? Uh, what happened?
Okay, am I back?
Oh,
I don't know
I thought.
what happened. Yeah, okay, let me remove these. I don't know what happened. I threw myself out of my own stream.
Okay, I was like, what happened?
Yeah, but what happened is I did lose the pictures. It's okay. It's okay. What we'll do is go ahead and continue with the loose side.
Mhm,
But actually, what I was just going to show you is some bracelets that were on eBay,
mhm,
the ones that were carved, and they were going for, some of them were going in the 600s, so, especially the multicolored ones. If you see Bakelite that are multiple colors, those are the ones that are going for higher prices. And then the
mhm,
ones with really nice detailed carvings. And then also clocks and radios also are going for really high prices. Pick those up if you see them. And cane and the ends of the canes.
mhm.
Like Bakelite picked those up as well. I did lose the pictures, but what I'm gonna talk about right now is
Mhm.
here why Bakelite is hazardous. Okay, so Bakelite contains asbestos, a known and hazardous toxin. Exposure to Bakelite dust may cause lung infections, mesothelioma, and other respiratory complications. And that's the reason why they consider it to be hazardous. And it all depends on inhaling the toxic fumes. I've had a few people ask me about the if it's dangerous to wear Bakelite jewelry. There are no credible information on that,
Mhm.
whether if it's toxic to wear or not. It's kind of like a at your own risk thing if you want to wear them. But as long as you're not wearing them somewhere where it's really hot, where you're activating the fumes, or getting being heating them up for the fumes to be inhaled, I'm sure you'll be okay.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
Lucia, do you want to talk a little bit about the lucite?
Sure. So let's show them some lucite pieces. From what I know, lucite was very popular in the 40s and 50s.
Okay.
And as Anita said, it's odorless, so it won't smell. And also, just like Bakelite, lucite also can be transparent, translucent, or opaque. So um, that's what I kind of know about the Bakelite. And also, one interesting fact is older lucite pieces, they can break, and they cracks, and they are a little bit brittle. So I will show you a piece of lucite that is very old. I have to add another chain on this one, and I will show you how it cracked here. And I know it's lucite. I'm not sure if you guys will be able to see um, that there are some cracks in it. Do you see it?
Yes, a little bit. Yes, I do.
Yeah. So yeah, lucite is a little bit lighter than a
Mhm.
bakelite, and it also, when you tap two pieces together like two bangles, they do kind of make a high pitched sound
Mhm.
compared to the bakelite.
Mhm.
Then for the bakelite, you have that kind of a
Yeah,
clunk, deep clunk when you
clunk, like shoes.
like this.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay, and then the lucite is it's more of a high pitch, or like this. That's the
Different
difference.
noises. Mhm.
Yeah, and lucite, also from what I know, I don't know if it's true or not, it
Mhm.
won't change the color. So
Mhm.
can can crack, or it's going to be brittle, but it won't change the color. So if you have a piece of, let's say this one is with the tag on, it's a vintage lucite piece,
Mhm.
and it's still white.
Yes, that's pretty. Mhm.
Yeah, this one, yeah. So this will, it's still white compared to this one that it was. Let me show you a comparison. See this
Yes.
one?
Yeah. It
Yeah.
will.
So that's
The color will get a little bit darker.
yes,
Give an
yes,
aged
yes.
look. Hmm.
Mhm. And yeah, so these are pretty white. So okay. And this is my favorite piece of lucite. This stretchy bracelet is so fun.
Oh, that's cute. I like that. Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah. So
I have for me, I have like lucite. It's pretty much every bangle.
yeah.
I have a lot of bangles. Like I have the carved ones, and then these kinds of bangles, and then there's also the clear ones, which people really, for some reason, love the clear ones, especially
Mhm.
this one is has the a nice form to it, but there are some that look like they're a different form, and they're not they're kind of like slanted, or they're in a S
Mhm.
shape. Those sell really well, and I like these ones here. These are vintage ones with confetti inside.
Oh, I love those ones with confettis. Yeah.
Yeah. These one, yeah, and
Quite
they have the opening on the bottom, so they'll be easier to fit on your hand because they do
Mhm.
a little bit of stretch. And they actually have these white ones, have the matching earrings
Mhm.
to them.
Those are cool. I like this one.
Yeah, these are cute. Yes.
Yeah.
They don't just come in jewelry. They have other items as well. I'm going to show you guys what, because I have a collection of lucite grapes. I collect lucite grapes. I'm going to show you guys in a second. But I think I saw a question in here. Let me check.
Hmm. Yeah.
Okay, we have John Jones here saying, not specifically about jewelry, but if you're interested in the history of plastics, Bakelite, cellulosite, etc., I can recommend the book, Plastic: The Making of a Synthetic Century. Okay, thank you, John. Okay, so there's a really, I guess there is a really good book out there that you guys can get and read,
Mhm.
learn more about it.
Ooh.
And we have Stacy here, and let me see if there's anyone I missed. Sonia, Jennifer, thank you for coming in. I saw Melissa earlier. Thank you, Melissa, for coming in. And okay, so I'm going to show you the Lucite grapes. And I collect these, and I think I have 17 of them now. And I don't know if you've seen them, but they do come on this nice wood, and they have, you know, the Lucite little balls on here. That grapes even have the little vines. And I have another one here that's a big. I have much bigger pieces that I can't bring here, but one day I'll do a video and do a tour of the Lucite grapes. But I'll show you a couple of pieces that I do have. This one here is with green and purple. Some of them come in multiple colors. See this one? It's just a really large one here with the purple and green balls. I have one with gold balls that looks like confetti, and they look like, you know, they have little gold specks inside of them. I remember those. And I have one here that my friend sent me that you can turn into a lamp, or you can just use it this way, which is my favorite. I really love this one. It looks kind of reminds me of a pineapple.
It looks like a pineapple, yes.
Yeah, so this one you can turn into a lamp. It has, you know, the areas where you can turn it into a lamp, or you can just use it this way. So this is something I collect. And I'm curious to know if anyone out there has any collections of anything Lucite. Please put it in the chat.
Yes.
Okay.
Or Bakelite. If you guys have any other pieces of, not necessarily jewelry, but other Bakelite pieces. I think Anita was saying that there are also silverware and other items that are made with Bakelite. So yeah.
And especially the Meijang beads, they really, people really love those, and they get really creative with those, where they make really pretty necklaces with the beads. And I've seen them go for $500, some of the necklaces, depending on who made. And yes, so we're going to take some questions. If you have any questions, please put them into the chat. And
John Jones.
As I understand it, Lucite is just a trade name for acrylic plexiglass. Is there any way of identifying the age of the Lucite piece? I don't know, because I think, as far as I know, that they are still making them now.
Yeah.
So, like John Jones said, Lucite was made
in the Lucite. I think they began in the 1940s. I think.
Yeah,
and Lucite is pretty much an acrylic resin, so they are still making it. So it's pretty much plastic.
These are some of the other names used for it: Cryolux, plexiglass, acrylite, Lucite, Perplex, and Perspex. And it's just a form of a plastic that's made for it's shatterproof, and it's an alternative for glass.
Yeah.
And I have actually have really big, I have this one big, huge tray, and it has kind of like little gold specks inside of it. So there were, at one time, there were really large pieces made out of it, especially serving pieces. And I don't know if you've seen them. I'm sure everybody here in the chat has seen the platters where they're Lucite, and then they have the confetti inside of them, or they have some kind of leaf inside of them that's gold.
Yeah,
there's a lot of those. Those are Lucite grapes.
It's very hard to determine, the age of a Lucite piece. So
yes. I'm sure there's some even being made today. So I don't know any ways that you can get an age out of it, unless it was something made by a designer and you know when they made that piece.
Exactly. Or a style or colors, whatever colors were popular in the 80s or in the 70s. But you cannot be 100% sure. That's why, excuse me, if you want to sell something, just say Lucite, probably Lucite, or don't use ages or years, because you cannot tell.
Granny Grow is saying, what are Meijang beads? They kind of look like cards, like little, little cards. It's a game that was made. I don't even know what year it was made, but they were made with Bakelite beads. The older,
Mhm.
they still have that game now, the Mahjong, but
Mhm.
the new ones are not made out of Bakelite. No.
Mhm. Yes.
Okay, we have. And the cowboy. Okay, we have Rusted Raccoon in here as well. Thank you for coming in. Okay, I guess we don't have any more questions today. We want to know if you guys have any topics you want us to do for next week, or I was thinking that maybe we can do an auction. Lucia, what do you think?
Yeah, we can do an auction. This one, sorry guys, it's so heavy.
Yeah, they're very. Yeah, they're most of the pieces they are uncomfortable. Is
I
the reason
know.
I don't really keep a lot of them. They're not very comfortable pieces because they don't really they don't stretch and they're very
Yeah.
comfortable. They're just made very. I can't describe how they're made, but they're not comfortable. Definitely not.
At least not this one. Maybe the bracelets, but the
No,
next
even
one.
the no, even even this one is not comfortable. The only comfortable ones are the bangles because bangles are easy, but the necklaces and then the cuffs they're not very comfortable.
So maybe I'm gonna start selling them because
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna list some of mine today, the ones that I showed, except for this one here because I'm gonna keep that one with the earrings, but the lucite bracelets and the brooch will go ahead and put up because I have other pieces that I couldn't get to that
Yeah.
that I will show you on a different episode that we do.
Yes. Yeah, we can do an auction with Bakelite or with our favorite
Okay,
pieces.
let,
Yeah.
let us know what kind of auctions in the comments. What would you like us to auction off? Would you like us to do stone? Would you like us to do sterling silver, bakelite?
Yeah. Go Granny is saying that take it off, Lucia. I am gonna.
Lucia, can't wait to take that off. Oh, how to repair jewelry. Okay, when it comes to repairing jewelry, what's that here?
I think I'm gonna take it off, you guys.
How you repair? Oh, Nadine asked. Okay, so when it comes to repairing jewelry, I don't really repair jewelry other than if a piece has been is taken off from a different area that's loose, and I just need the sharp nose pliers to fix, or if it just needs a ring that I need to add on there. Other than that, I don't really repair jewelry, but I do know how to fix brooches, how to change this inside piece here. I will do a video on how to do that. You know how to if this is broken,
Mhm.
but you do have the other pieces here, or vice versa. Or if something is missing here, and I do know how to fix brooches. I will do a video on that for you guys. But other than that, I don't do repairing on jewelry. What about you, Lucia?
Yeah, I don't do it, and I think it's going to be pretty difficult for us to show it uh, on a live because it's kind of hard to
Uh-huh.
demonstrate and show. So I think if you guys want, we can show you, in a separate video with the camera focusing on what are we doing. Uh, so yeah, we can do that too. I can show. Mostly, I repair earrings, the hooks, or I'm not a I'm not very good at it, fixing stuff.
Me too. I mean,
I'm good at breaking them.
like let's just say for example if this came loose from here and it opened up from here, I can put it back in, even add a ring to it, use the sharp nose pliers. That's as far as I'll get.
Me too.
Other than I know some people are really good with the solder, and they do solder back jewelry that are broken. See, I don't do that. I can't even fix a stretchy bracelet after it breaks. That's yeah, I don't get too far with fixing jewelry, uh
And
but
I would like to
so I
learn.
know how to do the brooches. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. To us, I think right now it's the easiest way is to just kind of put them into crafting lots and
Yes. Hmm.
somebody else that really enjoys it or they know what they're doing.
Hmm.
Do
There are actually a few pieces of jewelry, and they were stretchy bracelets that I did fall in love with, and I couldn't put into the craft lots. I do have a Ziploc with I think 4 or 5 bracelets in there that I don't know how to fix, but I can't let go of either because I love them so much. So what
Yeah.
I did is I did keep those in case one day that I do learn how to fix them.
Yeah. Yeah. So sorry, Nadine. We're not good at fixing things.
Okay, it says here, when you have pieces of jewelry on Etsy for a long time, do you take it off your Etsy or do you do a price reduction? Sandra, for me, what I do is my prices are really reasonable, so I try to stick with the prices that I've listed them at. But if I do notice that it's being relisted, and it's been there a long time, I will lower the price just a little bit, maybe $2, depending on the piece as well. Just a little bit, not too much, because the prices are already priced at very reasonable prices. So I will,
Mhm.
some of them I will and some of them I won't. But the ones that I will do price reduction on, it won't go very low. It
Mhm.
will just maybe
Mhm.
$1 or 2 off of them.
Mhm.
What about you, Lucia?
So yeah, I let them in my Etsy shop for I have items for a while now, and um, what I'm thinking is that maybe I can do a sale, like a 10% or a 20% off sale. Usually, I do not lower the price,
Mhm.
and recently I had a necklace that it was listed for a while. It was one of my favorites, so. Nobody wanted it. I'm not sure, maybe it was priced too high. I don't know. So I decided that I'm going to take it out. So I ended the listing and I'm just going to keep that necklace for myself because I don't want to sell it just to sell it, you know, just
Right.
uh, just to make a sale.
Mhm.
Uh, if nobody's interested, then maybe, just delete it after a few months. Uh, I think maybe 6 months, especially for the most expensive pieces that you have.
Mhm.
It's worth keeping them over there. So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, for me too. Like there are some items on there that I think I've set the price at such a reasonable price that I won't
Mhm.
budge on the price, even if it gets relisted. And I won't pull them down. I won't take them out of the store. But I will let them relist for the same price. But other than that, yeah, I won't. Some of them I will lower just a little bit, but
Mhm.
some of them no.
Yes. I don't think, yeah, lowering. I believe there is a buyer for each piece, as you just have to wait for the right buyer. And also depends on how fast do you want to sell, or
Yeah.
how much do you need the money.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
So yeah, I think it's worth waiting and just
Hmm.
wait a few months and then
Yeah.
decide
Hmm.
if you want to sell it, if you want to lower the price, or if you just want to
Yeah.
keep it for yourself.
And it depends on how much you paid for the item yourself as well, where you got
Mhm.
the item.
Yeah,
Because sometimes I will buy individual pieces and I will pay up for those pieces, and I want to
mhm.
make some kind of profit on them. Is the reason most of the ones that are at higher prices are at that price, is because I paid more for those items.
Exactly. I agree. It's my only reason to, when I'm pricing something, if it's an individual piece and I pay $20 for it, I don't want to sell it for 30, because
Right.
then there is no point of me in
Uh-huh.
sourcing and wasting my time for
Right. Right.
yeah.
And I know resellers will understand this. It does take us a lot of time, sourcing to find these
Yeah.
items. We take the time out of our lives, looking for these items, and then especially the amount of hours we spent researching these items. And
Yeah.
it's a lot of work goes
Mhm.
into
Yeah.
listing items. It's not just
Yeah.
oh, it's a little piece of jewelry. It was easy to list.
Mhm.
No, it wasn't. It was
Yeah.
it was hard to find. It was hard to research, and all of that takes time. So we're basically listing it according to the time that we spend on the items as well.
Yes, and one thing, Anita, that it's worth mentioning, I know you're doing the same thing with the silver items. there's a process. You have to test it first, right? So the
Yes.
testing kit costs money. Then you have to clean it.
Mhm.
Then you have to polish it, because we like our silver to our jewelry to be clean and sparkly and polished, right? And that's a lot of timing also. And just by the time you get the item to the time is on your Etsy store, it takes a long time and a long process. So
Right.
yeah, so who doesn't do selling, they don't know exactly how much time you
Yes.
spend
Yes.
making sure that they're clean, making sure that they are
Hmm.
presentable. And
Especially, yeah.
so
Yeah, for me, I think the longest time that I spent cleaning something is on something with pearls and sterling.
yes.
Let's just say that if this necklace was pearls, I would have to clean all these pieces because the pearl you can't just put
Mhm.
like any solution, and then they're very fragile, so you have to spend a long time, cleaning each little piece, so it's presentable enough for you to take pictures of. So it does take up a lot of time. Yes.
Yes. There was a question, Anita, from
Sure.
I think it was from
Granny, go. What is your best month for selling? Do your sales go up at Christmas time? Best time for selling is every time, every day.
every day. Yes.
And I've realized when it comes to selling and putting things online, and the more you put up, the better your sales are. You need to be constantly listing. So
Mhm.
if you're doing this full time, I recommend that you do put up at least 10 items a day. If you're doing this full time, definitely put 10 items
Yeah.
a day. And there's no specific day on when you should put Christmas items. You can put them out all year. It's up.
Yes. There was another question from Rodika. It is possible for you to have one vintage store with all your jewelries.
Okay.
Uh,
Here. Okay.
one vintage store, Rodika, you mean online?
Uh,
Or what exactly, what kind of a store? Vintage
oh,
store.
I think maybe she's asking about maybe a website.
Yes.
Yes, you can get a website, but it's very hard to sell your items through
Mhm.
a website because nobody knows about it unless you have a source
Mhm.
advertising it where it's being seen. Other than that, I would just go to different platforms like of course I prefer Etsy over eBay
Mhm.
when it comes to reselling.
Mhm.
I would just go ahead and try Etsy, and then I would actually do it's I recommend doing two platforms. Put some on Etsy and some on eBay. See which one of them works better for you.
Yes, and also when you make your own website, because I was talking with my husband at one point of kind of trying to
Yeah.
make my own website. So he's an IT guy, and he told me the only concern that he had at that point was like when people are buying from you, they are using their credit cards, and he told me you don't want to go into that cyber security,
Mhm.
with sharing the information and being responsible for
Right. Hmm.
handling their cards and their money. So with Etsy, it's safer because
It is.
they already have a system in place.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
yeah, people are feeling more comfortable buying from Etsy or from eBay because of
Right.
that the
Yes.
information security. It's they're not sharing information, and it's hard to kind of the viruses and whatever. Also, so
Right.
yeah.
You do pay a percentage to them, and I understand that a lot of people are trying to stay away
Mhm.
from paying it out, but you're definitely for that percentage you're being protected.
Yes, and safe. Yes.
Yeah. Mhm. And we have okay. Jewelry picker Lucia, did you know the weight of the Cartier bracelet? Whatever happened to your Cartier bracelet?
Ish,
Decide to keep it?
I don't. I'm gonna keep it.
Yeah.
I was so busy the last couple of weeks. I didn't have time to actually send those pictures to that site, and I tried to take pictures, and it's so difficult to take pictures inside the bracelet.
Yes.
With all the details and stuff. So
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
decided to take a break right now and just let it
Yes.
sit there. Uh,
Yeah.
I'm not in a hurry. And I know it's gold, like I said yesterday too. It's definitely gold. If it's authentic or not, who cares?
Especially when it's gold. Who cares if it's real or not?
Who cares? It's mine.
It's gold. Yeah,
And
it's gold. Yeah.
even if it's not real, I have a Cartier bracelet.
Right. And you don't, and nobody knows that. You don't even know. So it,
Exactly.
all that matters is it's gold.
It's like 20 grams. I think that's what they told me in the jury show. I don't know. I don't remember now. See, I
Yeah.
don't even remember. Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Lori, for
Thank you,
But
Lori.
I was excited too. So
Hi,
yeah.
Kathleen. Thank you for coming in. We just finished up
Mhm.
doing the Bakelite testing. If you have any questions, please put it in. If anybody's watching this after the show has already loaded and the show's over, please, if you have any questions, put them into the comment section. If you have any ideas for new topics, put that into the comment section as well. And don't forget to, if you're not subbed already to Lucia's channel, I put the links below. We do rotate between channels every Wednesday.
Mhm.
And,
Yes.
and I hope you guys are having fun. If you're watching this after
Mhm.
we've ended the show, please don't forget to give a thumbs up.
Yes.
And
So are we gonna do an auction maybe soon?
let's see. You know what everybody else wants. Yes, if you want us to do an auction, please put that into the comments as well, and also put in what kind of items that you would like to see in the auction because
Hmm.
we don't know because we don't know what everybody likes. Do you like us right? Like, do you like animal jewelry? Because I know a lot of people like animal jewelry. Do you like sterling silver, gold tone, gold filled, gold plate? Let us know. And what we'll probably end up doing is doing one for Lucia on the next show, and then rotate and then do one
Yes.
channel.
Hmm.
Just as
Yes.
something different to do. If you have other topics,
Hmm.
go ahead and
Yes.
put that in as well. Yes,
And
there's
yeah, Thanksgiving is coming and
yeah
Christmas.
for
So,
gifts. Mhm. Yeah, exactly. Thanksgiving's almost here, and Christmas is around the corner, so you might want to get your gifts. And we want to put up things that you're looking for. So
okay.
uh,
Yeah.
to the chat. Okay, so we're gonna wrap it up for today. Hope you guys had fun again. Thank you for being here, Lucia. We'll see you guys all on Wednesday on Lucia's channel.
Yes.
Uh,
Thank you so much, guys.
Bye,
Yeah.
everyone.
Next week. Bye.
Thank you for coming in. Bye bye.
Bye.